top by score 8-0.
Exciting now as it was 40-something years ago. I still have the same excitement, and I guess when that excitement disappears,
Back to the Lion kickoff in 1 minute.
Probably, if I were real honest, have to thank asthma and a car wreck for me being here tonight. You see, I was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, as a very asthmatic young child, and so at the age of 2, the doctors told my parents that they had to get me out of the humidity and into a drier climate, or I was going to be in deep trouble. And so my dad worked for the railroad, and he transferred to Brownwood, Texas. And then in 1961, when I was just getting into radio, and by the way, I was so talented in 1961 that I actually got a job in radio, and they would not let me speak. But I suffered a car wreck in 1961. I kind of went out a windshield, and I took the steering wheel with me, and got some brain damage, which is still affecting our marriage. But I hit my voice box on the steering wheel and did some damage, and I literally went close to 6 weeks without being able to talk. I need to thank Catherine Wood. Coach Wood told me many, many times, he said, "Dallas, I don't give a flip who broadcasts our games, but my wife loves you." The 3 most important men in my life are Jesus Christ, my dad, and a man named Ken Schulze. My dad was a great athlete, and I know he dreamed of having a son who was a great athlete, but it became apparent very, very early on that I wasn't going to be one. And so he made me a sports fan. I grew to idolize turn tips. My dad had that radio on, and I grew to love play-by-play and love turn tips. And it was my dad who made me want to become a sportscaster. But in 1963, they decided to change horses and bring in new personnel to broadcast the Brownwood Lions. And they named a man named Ken Schulze to be the head of the broadcast crew. In other words, the voice of the Lions. And Ken Schulze knew my heart, knew my desire, and even though nobody else believed in me and nobody else trusted me, Ken went to the hierarchy and he said, "I want Dallas to do the games with me." And he took a chance. And I will never forget him for that. Ken Schulze has never received the accolades he deserves. People talk about me being in my 50th year and that, I've been, the voice of the Lions for 50 years, since 1963. Ken Schulze was the voice of the Lions from 1963 to 1975. All I did was help him and do some games on occasion, but he was the boss. There's so many others. Morrison, Lurie, Southall are so very special to me. Some of the great memories I have in my life are working with Morris in the radio booth. Bob and the coaches at Brownwood High School right now. The administrators, obviously all the players, the radio stations that have put up with me, and Don Newberry has been a long-time friend, and I can't tell you what Don means to me. There were times before I met Jesus Christ where my life almost ran off the tracks. And this man, Don Newberry, is one of the ones who held out his hand. He was always there for me. I'm so blessed to have the family that I have. My brother and sister are both here tonight. I have kids here. I have grandkids here. I have a very special niece here. And I have the woman well, I wouldn't be here tonight without her. I can't put into words what Linda means to me. The last thank you goes to the fans, all of them. Those fans and the ones we have now are the best fans in the world. I wouldn't tell you for the relationship that I've had with the Brownwood Lions and with all of you fans. I thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your lives. God bless you. Good night.